Okay, welcome to part 1 of 3, and in this part I'm going to show the basic layout and setup for a VexCode project. So first, you'll want to start by opening a new file. We won't go to new because we want to get the competition template, so we'll open an example, scroll down to competition template. My VexCode is a little out of date, so there might be other things in between here, but you would just click competition template, press next, and name it. I'll name it video code, and create. So this is the competition template. It'll have the instance of competition. It'll have a pre-auton void, an autonomous void, and a user control void. And then it'll have in the int main all of these to run it whenever the competition is in check. So make sure you don't delete any of these things because it'll mess up a lot of things and the robot won't work during competition. So what we'll do first is add motors. And so whenever I did it, I didn't know how to do the drivetrain. I couldn't get this to work, so I want to go one by one with the motors, but you guys can do some experimenting to figure it out. So first I'll add a controller. You'll just press done. It'll just leave it controller 1. And then we'll add the motors, and I want to do the motors based on our robot last year. So just select whatever port whenever you're ready to put it in. Left front motor. We'll have left back motor. Right front motor. And right back motor. So whenever you do these, if you put all the motors in the same direction, you'll want to make the ones on the right reverse. So we'll put these in reverse, saying that all the motors are in the same direction when put on the robot. Next, we'll add we'll add the intake motor, so right intake motor, and you can just shorten these and write them however you want, as long as you transfer them into the code properly. And then one of these will have to be reversed, so I'll make the right one reverse again. And then we'll have the lift motor for the arms. And then we'll have the indexer. And with these, so that the lift was a red cartridge, so you can change it to there. And then the indexer was a red cartridge, so you can change it to that. This doesn't really matter as long as you know that you can't go above 200 RPM, 100 RPM with the red motor. It doesn't really matter how you put it in the code. It works no matter what. So then we'll have that done, and then in the robot config part over here, it'll show all of these motors in, and so I have the controller, whatever. And then it'll have left motor, left back, whatever, and it shows we put the right motors as reverse, so it's asking if it's in reverse, and it's true. So it's true that it's in reverse. Also, since we did this last year, I'll add another controller because we did tandem, and I don't know if I have to do anything about that. Yeah, so it already puts in that it's a partner controller, so you don't have to worry about specifying. And that's it for the setup.